and Earl the Pearl, Earl Anthony, in the title game here in the $115,000 Ebonite PBA Senior Championship. Averaging 250.25. If he shoots that this game, I like his chances. Kind of slips and steps up at the line. Swishes the rack in the 7-pin. Solitary 7 standing.
Now, that's amazing. You know, he slipped at the foul line like that. I saw him do that one earlier time, but he caught himself and didn't foul, and the ball still hit the pocket. That's some athletic ability.
Are his feet a little too quick or no?
No, he may have stepped in some cigarette ashes, or any number of different things could have caused that. I don't know.
Okay. Quickly up for the spare. And it's been a long time coming since we have watched Earl Anthony play on national television. Well, he was a weekly participant in the good days, huh?
So smooth, always. Short, little shuffle steps.
Wants to come out quickly. First shot, and he buries it. So he strikes on the right-hand lane.
I think this is very important right here, second frame.
Well, all these years? Oh, wait a minute. What happened here to the television?
Well, that's Earl, isn't it? Is that Earl?
Our director, Kent Samuel, and producer, George Smith, have given us something that no one's ever seen. We've turned Earl around and made him right-handed for just one shot, so the viewers could see what it would look like on the right side. Now back to the left. Oh, the results are basically the same.
A little baby walnut there. That is the identical hit that he threw in 1982 to win the PBA national title and go over $1 million for the first time a player had ever done that. Head pin goes to the wall and carries out the 5, 6, 10.
Hricsina not wasting any time, goes Brooklyn, and oh, the nerves beginning to show, but really he comes up with a good break, and Earl is saying, you know, some things never change. No matter how good I throw it, these guys always seem to come up with something a little different.
Yes, he's seen a few Brooklyns thrown at him over the years, I'll tell you.
That was something watching him right-handed, huh?
Yeah.
Well, 2-pin falls, 8-pin stands, and John-Hricsina, who is averaging 250 coming in to this one. All of a sudden now struggling a little bit.
At the 8-pin. Should be no trouble, and isn't. Now we'll see if Earl can put him away quickly.
Earl leads by 10.
Got that break on that wall shot. 50 years old, hard to believe.
The amazing thing was that he had such a late start in his career and still has won 41 titles.
I think Earl's into it.
I know one thing. I never ever saw him walk away from the line before the ball hit the pins until this one this evening.
Watch this. Smooth. He gives it a little room. Watch that 4-pin. Get that 7. He did that for years.
Well, I know he's done a lot of work on his golf game the last 3 or 4 years, but he's obviously been practicing the bowling as well.
You're always hungry for victories, man, no matter how many you have.
He has a voracious appetite. Oh, wait a minute here. And swishing out the 5, and look at him. He's pounding the hands together. He is really pumped up.
And we're going to get a look at it again. He gives this a little room. Left lane must be a little tighter for lefties, too. It's going to come in like, watch the 5-pin. Goes over, hits that 10. And it's timber.
Well, one would have thought the doomsday stroking machine might have developed a little rust over the years, but right now it really looks well oiled. Bill Supper looking like a young Dick Butkus. Vice President of Sales of the Ebonite International, good friend of ours, and
good friend of the PBA.
And Bruce PLUCKHAHN, the curator of the National Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum. Boy, we've got the stars out tonight here, don't we?
Oh, they've been here all week long. We've just love to see these seniors bowl.
If you're ever in the St. Louis area, right across the street from Busch Stadium, that's where the National Hall of Fame and Museum sits, and it really is a marvelous, marvelous experience. You know, Anthony leads by 30, which means Hricsina trails by 30, which means he needs a strike here and doesn't quite get it.
Boy, he got that out to the first board and he got back on this right lane.
That's the twig, right?
Yes, watch him. He made up his mind he was going to trust this shot and give it room, and he did. And it almost tilts right around there. That's getting pretty close to that edge.
Defying the laws of gravity. Exploring the outer regions of the lane.
Is that the Star Trek ball, or going where no man is dared to go before?
Good, I like that. I like that. I may use that some other time. There it is. Anthony.
Perfect.
Oh, nice shot here. Reached out nice with it. Stayed down, got the extension, came off his hand nicely, and a strike in the fifth, but he trails by 31. If Earl continues to exit out here, that could be a real problem.
Well, when your opponent's striking like that, there's nothing you can do. He just has to hope that Earl stops or something stops him.
He stood up pretty quickly on that one, didn't particularly care for the shot, and Earl walks away shuffling, saying, I think I'll just take what I can get there and leave the 3-pin.
He's happy with 9 on that, leaving the 3-pin. Little difference there.
Yeah, he's kind of down in the budget, but as Earl has mentioned, you know, he has been involved with the Ebonite Corporation for many years, and he will now be participating on the senior tour. And a lot of people think, well, geez, what is Earl doing these days? Doing all sorts of exhibitions and appearances for Ebonite, and still involved in many, many ways in the bowling industry. And I know that he and I have had a chance to work together on a couple of occasions, and he's just a real joy to be around. True professional, and really a perfectionist.
Outstanding bowler.
Boy, yeah, last but not least. Trying to get back on the track here, though. Doesn't want to give Hricsina any breathing room. And almost carries the wall shot. A little extra look that time by Mr. A, as the 10-pin stands solitary.
Well, the next 2 frames are going to be just super important this week for most Anthony and Hricsina. Look at that. Player of the year, year after year after year.
You know what that looks like? That looks like the voting on those gymnastics things, you know. 7-1, 8-1, 8-5. Wow. Amazing what he has accomplished through the years. And the hard thing to believe is he's finished second 42 times.
I know. Well.